So we are going through and going to look at lesson 4 in our spreadsheets class here today. We're having fun. How many of you guys have enjoyed this class so far? Woohoo! We're having a good time, aren't we, everybody? Okay, so we're going to go to week 4. Now, I do have lectures up here for going through the chapter, but what this class is entailing, and if you are listening to this online, we are going to review going through the problems. It's really important that you take a moment to look at the lesson 4 assignment rubric. You can download it. You click that download button so you're able to download it and view the assignment for the week. Again, those of you that do not look at this prior to turning in your assignment, I hate to tell you, but you're going to not be given a second chance down the road in the future, because what I'm wanting you to do is to view this prior to you submitting it instead of me telling you that it's wrong. We are going to look at lesson 426, 28, 30, 31, and 33. 26, 28, 30, 31, and 33. So someone in the class, are you guys going to remind me the ones we're going to look at, please? And you'll be able to see the solutions by clicking on the various tabs, won't you? Right? You'll be able to see how solution 426 should look, 428, 430, 431, and lastly 433. Now guys, pretty soon I'm going to have you start locating the files on the website. For now, I have provided you with the files here, guys. Down the road, we will be going directly to the website to locate these files. So the first one we're going to work on is 426. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Let's click on 426. We're going to download it. And we're going to take a moment. The first thing I like to do is enable the editing, and then from there I'm going to go ahead and save it. Instead of SR 426, I'm going to say NLS 426, and I'm going to save that file right away. So our job here is to build addition and subtraction formulas, then create multiplication and division formulas. Our good friends all around Vision Care maintains its own check register so that it can verify all its bank records. The data for the Dallas office has been started. Now you need to add dates, payee information, and the formulas. The main formula subtracts the credit amount and adds the deposit amounts, and it's going to use relative references. In another worksheet, we're going to calculate daily pay for several part-time employees using a multiplication formula. And then on the last worksheet, we're going to the employees' daily pay shown, and we're going to calculate the hourly rate. So we have opened up the workbook, and we saved the workbook as our initials 426. Can you see where you can locate the saved workbook? We're going to now go to cell A4. In cell A4, we're going to key in today's date and we're going to key it in the format month, month, day, day, year, year. So today is what? September 17, 13. September 17th, 13 is the date format we want to utilize. And we want to make sure the column height or column width is appropriate. You guys okay with that? I'm just bringing mine in a little. In cell, adjust the column width if necessary. Then for number 3, we're going to build addition and subtraction formulas by following these steps. Click cell A5, key equals, the equal sign, and you can see that that sign creates a formula, begins a formula. We're going to then click on cell, click A4, and key a plus for addition. We're going to key 1 to add a day to the date in cell 4 and press enter. Look what that did. What's our new date? What's our new date? The 18th. Now we're going to copy the formula to cells A6 down to A15. How are we going to copy this formula? Can we hover over that, bring it down, and look what it does. That formula replicates, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Now our job is to click cell F5. We're going to key the equal sign again, which begins our formula. We're going to click on cell A4, which shows a value of 25,000 in there. And we're going to key a plus again. And we're going to key in 1 to add 1 day to the date in, F4, and we're going to key a subtraction. Sorry, I apologize. I'm at 3D right now. Key for subtraction. Then we're going to click from there cell D5, which is our payment amount. And then we're going to key in a plus. We're going to click in cell E5, which will be deposits, and press enter. So basically what we're trying to create a formula for is take our balance, subtract out any payments or checks written, and add our deposits to come up with a new daily balance. Does that make sense? Do we want to look at that again? If we look on here, we see the balance, the equal F4, which gives us the balance from the previous day, plus D5, minus D5, which is the payment amount, plus E5, which is the deposit amount, to give us our new balance. So we're moving right along, and we have created a formula to increase our dates for the check register, and then to create a new balance at the end of each day. Okay, now guys, the next thing we're going to do is this formula that we've created in F5, we want to carry that on down to F15. So as we input information in the payment amount and the deposit, our balance is going to adjust accordingly. Okay? Now, we look in our book, figure 422 gives us some information. We're going to want to key in this information. So take a moment, and in row 6, the date is already set. We're going to key in the check number 1002. We're going to have the payee as Artec Optical. And the amount is $1,231. If we move down to row 7, we have a deposit of $4,500. If we move down to row 8, we have a check number 1003 to the U.S. Post Office in the amount of $127.50. 1004, Mulcahy and Parich for $400. 1005, a deposit in row 10 row 10 is 102, 103, Mulcahy and Parich, that was check number 1004. I apologize for that. 1005 in row 10, we'll type in Modern Frames, Inc., and that's going to be for $1,575. Row 11 is a deposit for $2,375. Row 12 is Arctic Optical again for the amount of $850. In row 13, we have check number 1007 to the U.S. Post Office. Now, do you notice, guys, when I just type in a U, the payee U.S. Post Office automatically comes up? Does that happen to you guys? In row 14, we're down to check number 1008, where we've got Federal Quick Ship for $55. And then lastly, a deposit in row 15. So I'll take some time so you can complete that.